To Syria now, and the United Nations has said security concerns forced it to delay planned evacuations from the embattled city of Aleppo as Russia extended a truce that was largely holding into a third day. Now, Moscow said it was extending the unilateral humanitarian pause in its assault on the opposition-held eastern district of the city until 1600 GMT Saturday. But there have been no sign that civilians or rebels are leaving. The UN said a 4-day plan had been drawn up to evacuate various people to western Aleppo, rebel-held Idlib, or Turkey. The UN is also calling for investigation into abuses in the city. Now, CCTV's Nick Harper has more on this from the UN headquarters in New York.
Well, 24 members of the 47 United Nations Human Rights Council voted in favour to have an investigation to hold perpetrators accountable for the violence that's taken place in Aleppo over the last month. The UN estimates that about 500 people have been killed, about 2,000 injured as a result of the Syrian government offensive in the city. They've been helped by Russian airstrikes, particularly targeting the eastern part of Aleppo, the rebel-held areas. Well, we also heard on Friday from the human rights chief Zayed Rad al-Hussein. He said that Aleppo had become a slaughterhouse over the last month. He called for this investigation and said that what we were seeing, these actions being taken by Russia and Syria, constituted war crimes and potentially constituted crimes against humanity.
The violations and abuses suffered by the people across the country, including the siege and bombardment of eastern Aleppo, are not simply tragedies. They also constitute crimes of historic proportions.
Now, this investigation seems to be part of a larger push to try and put renewed pressure on to try and end the fighting in Syria. New Zealand, one of the members of the Security Council, have circulated a draft resolution. They're hoping that all of the countries will be able to agree on that, and that's something that could come up to vote in the next few days, potentially by the end of next week.